My name is James Williams Jr. Welcome to Kung Fu Habit number 2. I want to talk to you guys about acting, shattered dreams, and things to come. So if you're watching, I'm putting up more videos and videos that I missed that I need to put up because apparently I'm a jackass. So let's see. I've told you guys this 1,000 times before about this magical list that I'm never going to be on when it comes to making movies and stuff. Yeah, that's it. But anyway, so now let me break it down to the cellular molecules for you. I've also told you quite a few things with certain secrets of acting and stuff. So now I gotta level with you and I gotta break it down. I've said this plenty of times before. I'm probably gonna say this a few more times before it's over, before it's all said and done. If you ever watched after credits of acting or any show, they do credits and they do bloopers and things like that. Well, bloopers go to show you that all actors are human and they make mistakes. So in my films, I definitely put up my bloopers because they're funny as hell, and it's hard to keep a straight face working with certain people. And it's because you guys get along so well that every now and again, that look or that one of them cracks that smile, and it's pretty much a done deal. Once that happens, you're done for the day. You are. At least for that scene, you're done, and everybody has to take a breath and get their shit together and come back together and try to do it again. Alright, this happens more often than you think. If you look at any Jackie Chan movie, at the end of each movie, they show you how he got hurt, what he done, this, that, and that, and I do the same thing because it's kind of funny. At the end, when you watch somebody, it's like, oh, how many times did you guys shoot that scene? And you're like, oh, we shot that scene a lot, and you do. And a lot of things in acting, the hardest part of acting, it's only two hard parts. Okay, it's three hard parts. First, the hardest part is actually getting discovered and getting work, because clearly I'm not discovered, and the only person I'm working for in films is myself. Second, the hardest part of working and acting is that keeping a straight face. That's the hardest part of all of it, is keeping a straight face and saying things that is actually believable. I prefer to ad-lib or improv because my memory is shot to shit. It's like shot to shit. I could say something totally cool, and when we reset, I won't remember what the hell I said. And even if it's written down and I was told by the director to say it, once he says action, if I'm more focused on how the scene's supposed to look, I'm not going to remember what the hell the dialogue is. If I'm more focused on the dialogue, I'm not going to remember what the scene's supposed to be. And, hey, I'm honest about it. I mean, I screw up in my own stuff all the time. And like I said, the one chance that I had to make a film, the guys got to fighting and the film got canceled, or they made it without me and secretly just didn't tell me. And I had practiced the West Coast pop from Rey Mysterio for like about a month because I just knew. I mean, it wasn't even a starring role. It was like a cameo or split second. I was supposed to like be in some kind of fight scene or whatever. And doing the West Coast pop with rings in the ring, with the wrestling ring and the rope, is a lot easier than doing it the way I had to do it with two poles. Like how you have those the sidewalk post where it's on the sidewalk. It's double. It's like that with one across. It's like this. It's two lines. It's like it's got six things in all. And it's like if you could draw the square here, those are your two bases, and then you have one in the middle and then that one stem. So it's like that. But anyway, I practiced doing that 619 West Coast pop thing a lot. So I was doing parkour before it was parkour. And to practice that shit over and over and over and thinking, yeah, I'm going to make this movie. My career's going to take off because I'm going to work with these white fellas and everything's going to be fine. Yeah, everything is not fine. My career has not taken off. It may never take off. But I haven't given up. It's just that I have not been discovered. So the hardest part is getting discovered. And the second hardest part is keeping a straight face. The third hardest part is finding more work if you're not successful, or if you are successful, not getting typecast. But here's my thing on that. At this point in my life, since I'm 43 and I haven't been discovered, and it's never too late, but as far as like my age kept catching up with my face, you know, then it might start getting too late when I actually start looking more at my age. But at this point in my life, because of the hip replacement, the physicality that I used to be able to do, I can no longer do. So I don't want to be able to not deliver. But you know, if they can have a doctor on set to make sure that they can fix me when I'm done, and an emergency staff, then we're good. I'm willing to do everything, it's even what the doctors told me I'm not supposed to do. But if they can guarantee me a doctor on set and a professional hip specialist, since I do need a second hip replacement, um, then I'm ready to go. But anyway, both of those actually have to be covered by the military. But if I break my left hip again, then that's not going to be covered, and I'm going to be fucked because I can't afford health insurance. But anyway, freaking when you're working and you're successful working, and like I said, at this point in my life, if I'm typecast, I don't care as long as that paycheck cashes. And a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, you're selling out, you're selling out." I was like, "Okay, let me tell you this. Here's the difference between you being an actor and being a star. When you're a star, getting work is not impossible. It's almost expected. When you're an actor, if you're a great actor like John Malkovich, getting work is expected. When you're an up and comer like me, getting work is hell on wheels. Whether you're in SAG or not, getting work is hell on wheels. Because some people are willing to look at you and give you a shot, and some people just aren't. In my case, people just aren't. So in knowing that, I have to work harder. So when I make independent films, I have to work harder than most people. And it has not been a joyous fucking ride. It hasn't been a bad ride, but it hasn't been a joyful ride. I haven't had much success. This is why I'm using YouTube as my platform, because apparently no one writes stories about guys who are half breeds or multicultural like me. They just don't have the stories. Now, I have scripts and the stories. I just don't have the capital to make this shit happen. I don't have a studio. I don't have anyone in a studio in Virginia or in any state that's really willing to listen to me or check me out and hear me out and see what the hell I'm talking about, and ready to write these stories about the guy who's either half Native American and black, or half Chinese and black, or half Asian of some sort and black. Now, technically, I'm not Asian, and technically I am. See, being Native American, if you don't know your history of Native American history, you'll have to go talk to my friend Inquan Kim, who is the son of a preacher who refreshed my history of my people. Technically, Native Americans are Asian. So if you are of Mexican descent, and when I say Mexican, I don't mean Spanish people who moved from Spain to Mexico. I mean Mexicans who descended from Incan, Aztec, and Mayan tribes, which were also Native American tribes. So suck on that, because you guys are Native Americans. And if you're an Eskimo, you're still a Native American. So, and all of you guys, and myself included, means you're Asian. Asian people outnumber the world abroad, and most people just don't know that. But as far as finances go, we pretty much know where all that money's at. Now, there are not a lot of stories out there about people like me. I tend to change that within the next 2 to 3 years, because for the last 16 years, I have been trying to break ground and get into acting and everything. And every time, sorry, I'm picking skin off a cut from my hand. You guys can't see that right there. Anyway, um, I made a story called Dragon's Breath. I made a story called Fallen Dragons. I made Clone Affair. I made The Path of Ascension. And I made a spin-off of that called Guardians of the Earth. No one has paid attention to any of that. I can't fake it till I make it. It's not that I can't fake it. It's just that I don't have the revenue to fake it till I make it. You can do some things and fake it while you're making it, but let's talk reality here. If you don't have the banking, you're not gonna fake it till you make it. Now, getting seen has been an issue. So I have a YouTube page or two. I post some of my stuff up on Facebook, and like I said, getting seen is an issue. And it's kind of hard to It's a hard pill to swallow when no one really sees you or gives a shit. You know, I would love to work for Marvel. I would love for Netflix to swoop down and say, hey, we're going to save your ass and we're going to give you your own show. And if it's a Marvel show, it'll be even better because I love the Marvel Universe, even though I hate what they're doing with the X-Men, only in the comic. But, I would gladly love to be on Legion, which drops next year. I would love to have my own Marvel TV show from Netflix, like Daredevil or Luke Cage or Iron Fist or something like that. But I want to be the Native American characters because they so barely reference them. You have three Native Americans and one Japanese guy that have been X-Men. Here are the names for those who don't know. You have Sunfire. He's the Japanese guy who's been an X-Men. You have Thunderbird and Warpath, both Apaches. And you have Forge, who is Cheyenne. Now, for the female, we have Danielle Moonstar, who is also Cheyenne. Alright? But you don't have any Cherokees. I don't remember what American Eagle was. But you have so few characters of Native American descent. And you have rarely any guys that are half breeds, maybe hybrids between like human and alien, like Extreme X or Adam X, who was the son of Scott's mom and the kin. And you have Vulcan, who was the son of Scott's dad and some alien woman. I'm not sure who his mom is, but you get what I'm saying. And then you have the regular Summers boys, because most technically mutants are basically hybrid humans. They're just not inbred with aliens. They're just evolved mankind, which are my favorite kind of heroes because you can't really lose your mutant powers. You can have them taken from you, but you can't really lose them, like permanently lose them. They have had some taken from them permanently when Cameron Hodge did the Extinction Agenda or whatever, the Fall of the Mutants and the Executioner song and all that. But don't get too deep into this. I think that the problem is that there's not enough people who have had experiences that I have had. And that tends to be a problem when it comes to writing stories because you don't know. A white person who can only live in the white world only knows what goes on with his or her people. A black person who lives in the black world can only write what's going on with his or her people. Where a Native American who only lives in the Native American world can only know what's going on with his or her people. But people like me, who can live in all three, don't get to express what's going on in all of our lives in our three peoples that we can represent and come from. I have a lot of Native American features. That explains all of this. Alright? I think the only thing black about me is my nose. But my eyes slightly slant when I smile, so there you go. I don't smile that much. But I also have stringy curly hair, which is generally a mix of the white and black and possibly Native American. So I have good hair from that ethnic mix. Now I will say this: every time I've been on a casting call, there has been this magical list that I will never be on. And like I said, the hardest part is just being discovered. I had one casting call I went to, and I came close. I really came close. And I think that was for like the second Bruce or the Bruce Almighty, Evan Almighty, some damn body that they filmed in Crozet here, where there was a Native American casting director, and she asked me if I wanted to do casting for like the Pocahontas movie. But by the time I could find out where it was and when it was, there was some scheduling conflicts. I couldn't go. And then most of the time, whenever I went to these places, I always seemed to not get the little "we'll see you later" sticker card or whatever. So, in closing, like I said, the hardest part of acting, getting discovered, keeping work, and keeping a straight face. I'm James Green Hughes, Copenhagen number 2. Be seeing you. I'll be back on in a little bit. I have things to do, like eat and explore my options. And I'm going to read Death of X, and will most likely give you guys a report probably the night before Christmas or Christmas. I'm not really sure. It depends on my job. All right. I'm James Green Hughes, Copenhagen number 2. Be seeing you.